Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to Project Hospital. Welcome back to Hospital Services DLC, where we are actually building up a Sandbox hospital that I've been building from the ground up through streams, and I've now moved it to this series so that we can start checking out all the new DLC items, along with checking out a bit of doctor mode and all the lovely new items and features that have come into the game. That's the plan for this series, and then once the hospital is complete, I'm hoping to upload it to the Steam workshop so that you can all play on it too, and probably improve it further. Look, Jordan Thomas here has collapsed. Damn, let's get that sorted in a room where nobody goes. Oh dear. Oh, that's not very good either, is it? That's not great at all. I've been through some of the emergency patients that have come in here, and I've marked certain ones code blue that I felt that needed it. Yesterday was the day where we had 50% more emergency patients in due to that event, so that could mean that some of the facilities are currently overrun, but that is just because of that circumstance, not due to the normal running of things. One of the first things I'd like to do is actually build the last lab. I'd like to get that done, and that will pretty much have this department tied up. We've got, let's have a look here actually. Let's go into labs here. Labs, because of course we've got hematology here and microbiology, but I'd like to build histology, so that's what we're going to do. Now let's have a look here. Yeah, so these almost are about right. I'm going to have to build it here, and then I always have to move everything around. Not everything at all. That's a complete lie, actually. I have to move a little bit around. We're going to get rid of that. And you can see here that I just need to move these bits here. So we're going to do that because we just like to put the door somewhere else. Let's put the clock. There we go. These... although the white floor needs, looks like it needs amending in each room. These rooms, these labs, the prefabs are really good. I really like them quite a lot. So, you know, I didn't feel the need to go ahead and design my own with these at all. This is actually the wrong one. But do you know what? I think we should probably... just, oh, look what I've done there. Did that wrong. We should probably just sort these out. Is this the orange? Oops. That one. Is it that one? No. That one? No, this one. Yes. Okay. And then is it this green? Yep. And like the lavender here. There we go. That just sorts them out. Now let's employ some staff in here. I think we will go straight for 4 lab technicians. Oh, this is interesting. Have I not moved a stool here? I have not moved a stool here. There we go. Notice that we were missing a patch here. You can see that these technicians are for outpatients, and then I've got 2 for clinics. It could be that we might need to up this. Yeah, look, workload at night is quite high in microbiology, and they actually do have less staff over here. I guess we will deal with that soon. For now, let's just get this department up and running. I'd like to employ new people, not here. Okay. Advanced biochemistry, we might as well. I'd like to reveal hidden perks. Now they've got a mean, so we won't be employing them. Hedonist spends twice as much time enjoying food. I don't mind that so much. Rest levels decrease slower, so that's great. early bird. It's more efficient during the day. So you know what? She will do perfectly fine for daytime. And then her counterpart in the evening, definitely want this advanced business. Let's see here. So we've got a fresh parent. I generally like to employ them in the daytime. So let's, and I want 2 lots, so we'll put her in the daytime. And we've got another hedonist here, along with rest levels decreasing slower, so they can come in also. And one more. We need one more. They do get depressed from time to time, but I'm still going to go with it. Does not take free time. I'm still going to employ Karen here. Now, we shall set these 2 to clinic patients, and we'll set these 2 to hospitalised patients. We'll just see how that fares for now. But it'll be nice to have more tests. Yes, I would like to have more tests. So this is great to finally get this up and running, because today I would like us to spend some time actually running the hospital and checking over patients and all the rest of it. And we've got a lovely battery of patients coming into emergency here. I thought we also might trigger a couple of events. Now, I'm not going to trigger the epidemic events that we'll do this. We'll do that another time. For now, I think I'd quite like to do the crash event and the natural disaster event. I think we'll cover those today. We'll do one of each. And also just try to keep an eye on here. We've actually had a load more patients come in, and for all I know, there could be more patients on a code that need to go on a code blue. Although I don't see a lot of people rocking strongly here at all. They all seem pretty. Oh, game froze. Mild. It's probably that autosave feature. I mean, they all seem. I mean, he's rocking, but he's okay. He's just got a bit of a fever. He's not gonna crash or anything. Yeah, just gentle rocking. Oh, he's got an arm contusion. You know what that means? He needs numbing ointment. We're off to a rocking start. Right. Okay. Good. Lovely. Right now, shall we trigger an event? I think we should. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start here with this crash event. Boom! Breaking news. A serious leak has occurred at a chemical plant. Authorities are advising local residents to stay inside with their doors and windows closed. Emergency services are now transporting a large number of people to nearby hospitals. Now, like I say, yesterday we did have the 50% more patients coming into emergency, so we could end up having to try and deal with some space issues. But you know what? That's fine. We can deal with that. Our ambulances are off. We can see here that we have, if we get this over a better thing, this says here that we have just under 10 minutes to complete this event. And we have to cure these patients. James Jones. And we're going to instantly say code blue. Dana Wilson. Peter King, Linda Hill, and Robert Williams. Here we go. These guys. These are the guys. So we're going to start waiting for them now to... all the ambulances are going off to get them. They're all leaving. So we shall just wait for them to start arriving. What is this? What is this? We have Dana Wilson has arrived with lead poisoning, so we already know what is wrong here, and we can see that she already has a symptom that could cause her to crash. I'm checking through undiscovered symptoms to see if any of them can cause her to crash other than what she's been diagnosed with. No, she can't. So I'm going to say, let's send her to internal medicine. They got there just before me so that she can have her treatment. It's the only thing actually that's going to stop her from crashing. So she should be sorted. That wasn't too bad. She should be sorted fairly quickly. I'm going to stick her to a favourite patient so I can take her off of here and we can keep an eye on any changes that occur with her. But I'm looking for a tick here as soon as she gets that medicine. Oh, look at that. The idea with this is to try and diagnose them. Where's he? Oh, he is the one that's just arrived. Is to try and diagnose them as quickly as possible when they come in. Very, very important. Okay. So we're going to go to favourite patient. So I'm pretty much taking over everything that is occurring here. So we're going to go for a physical first up. Don't want that. That's the first thing we're going to do, is a physical. We might also do this fast treatment here, just so that we can try and get a really quick look. And some heart monitoring, just to make sure everything is okay there. Well, the physical pretty much dealt with everything. Look at that. Let's cancel those. Look. Chlorine gas poisoning. Oh my goodness. So respiratory failure. So artificial ventilation is now occurring. But otherwise, they now seem stable. They've actually had their treatment, so we should have a tick here for Robert Williams. We do. So Robert Williams is actually going to be fine, and I don't see any more flashing symptoms, so I'm not going to worry about him anymore. Okay, good. Who's this? Who is this? Lead poisoning. We already know the results. Let's send them... Oh, it won't let me. I'd like to send them straight. I suppose they have to stabilise them. Yeah, to internal medicine. They're doing it. That's it. I actually don't know if internal medicine's got the space for all this. Or, oh no, they do seem to, actually. They are being sent to the high dependency unit, which is more full. But there does seem to be room for them, so that's lucky. Now, he does, again, have the undiscovered symptom, but it's probably the same as the other lady, in that once he's got his treatment, he should be fine. So we'll keep a close eye on them. Who have we got here? Peter King has arrived with chlorine gas poisoning. There it is. We know... They've all come in with the same stuff as you would expect, because I think they're all part of the same disaster, aren't they? So, artificial ventilator to get them stable. I've tried to design these trauma rooms in such a way that whatever the doctor needs to do is all on the same side of the bed that she is on, right? So they access the medicine cabinet a lot, and they access this a lot. So I've tried to keep it really close and on this side of the bed, so they can do everything as efficiently as possible. They also wash their hands a lot, and they occasionally use this. They do go to the bin, which I have put on the other side, but at least they're not going all the way around or anything like that. And they seem to rarely use the bin. So yeah, I've tried my best to make this as an efficient setup as possible, so the doctor isn't running around loads. And then we have Linda Hill here, who we can probably just say it's lead poisoning. We totally know that it is. So just send her to, again, it won't let me, send her to internal medicine, please. They have to stabilise her. That's the problem. I don't have the orthopaedy department, so I know it's not going to be either of those illnesses anyway, but also she's part of this event, so it's going to be lead poisoning as well. So it's a double whammy of absolutely lead poisoning. We can see here that Peter King has received his medicine and is all well. Excellent. So we've got these. Oh, I clicked on dots there. We've got James Jones. We're still waiting on Dana and Linda. It's these three we're waiting. So Dana is idle in bed now. So she has arrived at her destination where she can get her treatment. Let's hope that happens soon. Same with James. He's in exactly the same situation. Linda here. We want to send to internal medicine, but it won't let me. We're still waiting for stabilisation. Where have the doctors gone? The doctors have wandered off. Everybody. Is that him? Here he comes. Yeah, that's it. Where were you? Get in here. Right now. Here he is. I like the way he has to touch base with the wall and then come back. I'm not sure if you saw his face, but it's I'm not sure that's the face of a doctor I would want working on me. That's absolutely terrifying. Okay. Stable, being sent to internal medicine. That's absolutely fantastic. I am marking them as favourite patients. What I wanted to do was actually mark them as player controlled, but I didn't. I didn't do it. That's a shame. Dana is actually done and sorted. You don't need all that. So we're going to actually relinquish control of her. Okay. Good. So now we're just going to wait for somebody from internal medicine to come along and pick up Linda. Ooh, another emergency patient has come in. They're just a normal emergency patient here. But look, let's put them on a code blue. They do have a symptom that we're worried about. Physical examination occurring. So she's a bit more interesting just because she could have something different wrong with her than anybody that was in the event. She has an abdominal injury, so he's now doing some palpitations in the abdominal area. We're whittling it down. We've got 4 left to go. Okay, and he needs more. He's going to do a blood pressure assessment. Excellent. I would like to encourage you to possibly do this fast. That's it. I might actually come to player controlled here. I don't want him to do anything, but I'm not approving. Okay, watching his hands. Good man, good man. Does it tell us anything more? It did. It got it. It got it. Here we are. Abdominal surgery. So we're going to send her to general surgery, abdominal surgery. I'm also going to give her some painkillers and some ice wraps. I'm not going to do the emergency care. It's extremely uncomfortable and she can survive without it, I think. Oh, actually. What is this, though? Oh, right. Okay. Kind of wish I hadn't have sent her there now. Because she's being transported to room. She needs an ECG. In fact, I'm going to remove the surgery to try... no, we'll leave her in the surgery queue. Is there a queue? Yes, keep her as a high priority. Let's just have a look at Carol here. Yeah, Carol can wait. Carol will be fine. Okay. Oh, lost her. So, Kate Green, okay. We need an ECG because it seems here that she's probably got a tachycardia, which is what this is here. And that will cause her to crash probably before this pancreas laceration will. Her heart can't take it. See, this is why I was thinking about cancelling the abdominal surgery, because they are now taking her straight into surgery and we still haven't sorted out this tachycardia. And I'm not sure that's a good way of going about it. I feel sometimes that getting the ECG, probably what I should have done is notice this before I even sent her to the emergency room. What I should have, to general surgery, what I should have done is spotted this before. And I failed to do so, because I would have rather done a heart monitoring in the ER with her and sorted out this tachycardia before sending her to general surgery and getting the abdominal surgery. That's what I would have liked to have done. But yes, it didn't occur, and she's probably going to crash at some point. So our event was successful. Linda Hill was the last one, and she has now received therapy. So we did it, and we got a money reward of 5,000 doubloons. Isn't that fantastic? So that's one event done. Very excited about that. Now we can. Daniel here is the doctor that's looking after Kate Green. You can see he's also looking after a lot of other patients, isn't he? So's this doctor. Like, they got a lot going on, haven't they? I want to be... Okay, no, that's not who I'm looking at. I thought I got the wrong one. Look, general surgery. Let's go downstairs. They're down here. So what are they doing? This is her doctor here, this guy. Here she is. He's idle. Right. Why? Oh, she's in surgery. She's going to surgery. They've taken a very unusual route to surgery. Surgery, just so you know, is up this lift. Right? So she's come out of this ward and she should have gone straight into this lift, because if they just go straight up that lift, it's surgery. Now, for whatever reason, they've walked her to this lift. They've walked her all the way down here. They will now take that lift, presumably up to here, and then walk all the way back. So efficient. Yes. Speed it up. No, there she is. See that? Boggles the mind. Yeah, no problem, Linda, you know. Just like, Christ, she has tachycardia, you know. You could very well be the reason that she crashes before getting what she needs. You're an outrage, Linda. I can't believe you right now. So, Kate is in surgery. We are about to have surgery. I've made this area very pokey out here. Very pokey indeed. I might reduce the amount of sinks out here, but it's like sinks for each side. Do you know what I mean? Here they are. The surgical team doing their thing, doing their stuff. Okay, surgery done. Now can we please get her the ECG? Please. There, she has literally just arrived and instantly waiting for a free examination room because we desperately need this ECG. Kate Green is not out of the woods just yet, and to be honest, they kind of look free. All the doctors are idle, and although he's prescribing, that one's prescribing a few things to patients. In fact, I would quite like to prescribe those two things to Kate Green as well, that this doctor has just done. But yeah, we've got all three empty as far as I can see. He is idle. Which one's Kate's? Is it Mark? It's Mark here. Right. So what? Mark is still idle. There is rooms available. Mark, I mean, the examination room is free. It's not clear to me what we're waiting for other than Mark. Here we are, still just sitting here waiting. I'm starting to think the game wants Kate to crash. Okay, well, so if we assign her some other bits, he instantly prescribes it. You see that? He instantly prescribed them. Are you going to do the examination, Mark? Back to idle. If I take this off and then put it back on. Okay. Well, Squeezy Healthy, named after somebody that was watching, is also here. So what I might do is reassign. See if that makes any changes. Still says waiting for a free examination room. None of these rooms are being used. Oh, hang on a minute. Tell you what, though. There are no stretcher nurses currently available. Where are all the stretcher nurses? So, definitely nighttime, aren't they? Oh, at home. At home. I thought we were on nighttime. At home. Isn't this the nighttime shift, or is it we're still in the daytime? They're about to cross over at 8. Is that? Yeah, returning stretcher, getting a stretcher, moving a stretcher, fulfilling needs, moving a stretcher, moving a stretcher. Right, so actually, it's not that the room isn't free, it's that the nurse isn't available. Right, that message is a little bit misleading. He's looking pretty tired. God, he is. He's really, really tired. Squishy Healthy is very, very tired indeed. I'm wondering, when I was building these offices, I was considering, you know, should I have, oh dear, should I have a 4th doctor in these offices. So we've got one for each room, but also one to cover sort of breaks and if a doctor is exhausted and that sort of stuff. I thought, you know, that might be good. So it seems that nurses have started to maybe transport some around. We've got the staff changeover happening. We see that a lot of these staff members are very, very tired, aren't they? Very overworked. That's the way that they're going to have to be for a little while, I think. Because there's a lot of nurses here. Come on, Kate. Oh my God, it's happening. She's going to be transported. I think she's done remarkably well to not crash. And I feel like it's an oversight that I made. I should have really done the heart monitoring while she was still in trauma, quite honestly, so that this would no longer be a problem. I feel a bit responsible. So, God, it's taken a long time. There we go. Oh, hang on a minute. Which examination is she going to? Oh, she has to go to here. Oh. I did not realise. Of course she needs to come to here. So there could have been a huge queue here, maybe. I wonder what the other doctor was doing. I forget that the ECG, they have to come here for that. Oh well, it's done now. There we go. And we have discovered her tachycardia, so we can give her the pills to fix it. And then Kate will be fine. So she'll be taken back to her hospital room, and her doctor will prescribe her the meds, and she'll be absolutely fine. Thank goodness. And to be sure, we've got her as player controlled, so it will tell me all the things. Now, nighttime shift has arrived, and we're not going to let them rest. No, and even though I think we're getting quite full in this hospital, in terms of oh, actually the ICU is not so bad. Internal medicine's not great. We are going to kick off another event. We're going to have a natural disaster. Boom, breaking news. Major storms have swept over the city, causing extensive damage to property and seriously injuring many. Wounded citizens are now being transported to nearby hospitals. And now our ambulances should start trickling out. In the next episode, I think we're going to build the cafeteria and maybe start mapping out this row of shops that I talked about down here in the last episode, so that we can just start taking more of a look at the DLC stuff, because I'm really looking forward actually to building a cafeteria. There's a great mod actually that because the cafeteria as it stands in the game is for staff to use only, which when I found that out I thought that was a bit of a shame. I was a bit upset by that, and because I'm going to want to upload this to the workshop, I will probably keep it as a sort of a vanilla hospital in that respect. However, there is a mod that if you download this hospital, once you've done that, you could add this mod, and it allows patients to use the cafeteria as well. And I just think that's great. What a great mod. So natural disaster, we can see here that we have to cure a percentage of patients, and this is the list of patients that we have to cure. But we also have specific patients it wants us to look at, including Jessica here, who has just arrived, and Carol Miller. We've got Michael Hall here, and Linda King to look out for. So now we need to also try to quickly diagnose these other ones, which is going to be a lot of numbing ointment coming right up here. So Karen, it's not going to be this one because I don't have an orthopedic department, plus we're dealing with this emergency. I think another one of these has just rocked up. Yes. It could be either of those. She's undergone stabilization. If you would like to do a physical, that would be appreciated. So I am looking for any down here that we can quickly diagnose and send out the door. It's very important to me. Very important. What is this? Renal contusion. So she's going to need some IV nutrition. Fine. Good. Well, we can do that right here. We don't have to send her to general surgery for that. We're going to give her all these other meds as well, just so that she doesn't feel nausea, and some painkillers as well will be good. Right, let's have another look down these patients. Any more symptoms so that I can... contusion, numbing ointment. Lovely. Because we want to get them out of the door as quickly as possible. Jessica here. Should we actually go and have a look at Jessica? Because this is the problem, of course. So this is Linda King, who's now 100% dealt with. So there you go. Let's get her out of here and send her to general surgery, just so that she can rest up. So we're going to pause this a minute. The computer has asked us, the game has asked us what we're going to do with this lady here. Well, first of all, we're going to give her a blood transfusion. She's losing a lot of blood, and I'd like to give her a physical examination, please. And we have another emergency patient about to come in here, probably one of the ones we're after. Carol Miller, she's collapsing. Jessica Walker is now collapsing. So we're going to send you over to player-controlled physical examination. So Jessica, yes, we do need to get this blood transfusion going. Very much so. Ooh. Okay. All right. Can we give her the blood transfusion? It'll help with this, with the crashing. It'll prevent crashing. Can we do that, please? He's just gone back and sat down at his desk. And she really needs a blood transfusion now. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that physical examination. I want you to give her the blood transfusion. I'm not sending her anywhere until you do that. Carol, then. Here. They've done a physical. It has helped. We're going to quickly do this fast. Here. Again, looks like he's walked off. It's a bit annoying. Oh, look! Kate Green. There we go. She's absolutely fine now. She's absolutely fine. We're going to say goodbye to Kate Green. She's completely sorted. Another doctor's turned up to perform this. Jessica Walker. We're back to Jessica Walker. What is going on here? You have done the blood transfusion. Well done. Would you like to do a physical for me, please? That would be great. Back over to here with Carol. Who's this guy? Is he one of Peter Clark? Is not one of our guys. Okay. Michael Hall is the last one to come in that we need to deal with. Already has been diagnosed, so that's a nice quick job, that one. We shouldn't need to worry about it so much. Before we continue on here, I want to check over these emergency patients. Now, I'm starting to think the queue's a bit long, so we're going to send him to general surgery to skip a queue, him to general surgery to skip a queue. We're going to send them to internal medicine to skip a queue. And Linda here is going to go to internal medicine to skip a queue. You are going to be a chest contusion and you need numbing ointment. That's great. Same here, numbing ointment. Good. There we go. Let's clear these out. And just have... yeah, Carol Miller back. Michael Hall. And Jessica. There's Jessica Walker. There we go. So we can get rid of this. So Jessica, we've just had a procedure finish for Jessica Walker. She's we can just see her legs here. She took a physical examination. Right, let's do the fast. with Jessica as well. He's run off, I think, to Michael, who needs stabilization. But he'll be fine. Carol had her fast, and it is a blunt pancreas laceration. She's going to need abdominal surgery. Now, we have 15 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, so I am hoping that it will be plenty of time to get, I'm presuming, 2 surgeries. I've got a feeling it's going to be the same here as well for Jessica. So what we want to do is send her straight to general surgery and select abdominal. Off you go. Indeed. And as we know, Michael here is going to be treated straight away and get his tick. There it is. Michael Green is now sorted. So we don't need to worry about him anymore. He's absolutely fine. Now, Jessica, I'm hoping we'll have a similar result to Carol here after we complete this fast examination. Here he goes. He's doing it right now. Or is he's just finished it. He's just finished it. He's washing his hands. Tell me what I want to see. There it is. Okay, so again, she needs to go to general surgery and do this. Abdominal surgery. And then we can see here, now, we've got another gentleman that is waiting for the surgical team who... this is bad, right? Let's just pause this a minute. So this guy is unrelated to this emergency, but he is also in a really dire situation and needs surgery quickly. He actually also really needs an ECG. I think what I'm going to do is take him off the surgery list, leave these as a high priority. He also has a tachycardia, which we've not yet discovered. So I'm going to take off these 2 things and see if we can get him into his ECG first and deal with this tachycardia. Because I feel like at the moment that's possibly more dangerous than... but this is equally... This will cause him to crash if it doesn't get resolved soon. Is there plenty of space here on... Right, we might actually have a problem getting Carol and Jessica into general surgery. I'm going to send them to the ICU. I think I'm going to send them, or... Actually, it might be a bit late now. No, it's not, because I paused it. I might send him to the ICU. I think we're going to send him to the ICU. And... somebody else. Look, we also have... She does... It says that she's high, but she's actually already... sorted. We have another high risk over here. Seems fine though. You don't need that CT. Okay, interesting. Anybody? They have hypertension, but it all seems to have been dealt with. I think everybody here... Oh, and we already have a spare bed apparently. Now, I think somebody must be there. Somebody must be there. Is there anyone obviously... This Peter Walker. This Peter Walker looks like he might have a tachycardia. He does. He does have a tachycardia. I don't think actually in the ICU they can do an ECG, but they can do heart monitoring, which would be absolutely fine. But he's had his surgery, so I think what I'm going to do is send him to the ICU. Yeah, and I've got a feeling we'll take control as well, so that we can see that. Hang on a minute. I've just gone through the wrong bleeding thing, haven't I? That's the regular ward. We want the... Well, it looks like there's plenty of room on this ward, but when I was on here, it said the high dependency. Oh no, I flipped the screen around. I was doing the right one. Okay, good, right. Okay, good. When it's like this, it can be hard to tell. So it's saying that there's one bed available here, but I'm not getting that. But it could just be that they're about to assign her. Okay. Jessica and Carol. I need to make sure that there is plenty of room for them. Oh, I see. This empty bed is actually Richard. He is still there, but it's going to be his bed that's available. Next door is Carol Miller has just arrived here. Carol is here. Let's check. Yeah, she's getting ready. Giving way to critical patients. What, Jessica? Just giving away to Jessica. Who's currently waiting for a bed. We just need Richard here to be taken away to the ICU. I'm sure that they will be along shortly. As we've done everything that we can here for the moment, let's go and check on these other patients. We've done 50% of them. So Mark Taylor here. Oh, there you go, foot contusion. That's going to be numbing ointment, which he can't get from this department. So we're going to send him back to emergency for numbing ointment. Yeah, how is emergency actually? Yeah, emergency's pretty empty. So let's do that. We're going to have to do that for him. Next. Why are they having emergency care? Just give them the numbing ointment and send them home. That was really unnecessary. That was really unnecessary for Christopher Wilson. Rough times, Christopher. Emergency care is not nice. Right. Robert Jackson. Yeah. Excellent. Linda. Where's Linda? Fulfilling needs. So we sent her to internal medicine, who I think also has a vat of numbing ointment. Oh, we're seeing ticks come in. So we're down to 4 patients now that haven't yet been treated. 66% of patients have been cured. We're doing it, everybody. We're doing it. But we haven't even got Linda diagnosed yet, which makes me a little bit nervous. Oh, look at this. Christopher is now done. He is gone. Right, we're down to 3 of them. So, but we're also keeping an eye on Richard here, who has made it to the ICU, we can see. So, can't do an ECG here. So we're going to do the heart monitoring. We want to find this tachycardia. Really quite quickly. I'm going to give him these things as well. There's a tachycardia. Let's give him the meds for that. And then we're going to now put him onto the abdominal surgery, but he is unfortunately going to have to wait. But at least his tachycardia has been dealt with, so he's not out the woods, but it's a little bit better. Linda still waiting to be seen. It should be any minute now, though. She seems to be the only patient here. Oh, there is a patient in there. He's been treated, though. He's got his numbing ointment. Robert Jackson. And he's getting some painkillers as well. He's got a bandage on. That's nice. He's actually pretty happy. He's pretty comfortable. She's done a really good job. She's very thorough. Oh, it's because he had longer hair. I apologise. Michael Taylor has done a very lovely job, a thorough job here. So now he can see Linda Walker. She's being called. Everybody. How's Carol doing? Waiting for an operating theatre. Oh, Jessica's on her way. So as soon as they're on their way, it registers as being done. So we don't necessarily have to have Carol complete her surgery, just that she's on her way to it. And that will be enough to trigger it all. Linda. Interview. I know what it is. It's that one. Give her some numbing ointment. And if you want, you can give her some painkillers as well. Oh, something for the breathing. Why not? He can do it all here. And the ice wrap. He likes to do the lot, doesn't he? But there you are. She is now. So we're up to 91%. 91%. Well done, Linda. We know that Richard is waiting. Shall we go and check? Oh, look. Jessica is currently in surgery. Now, I actually, at the moment, only have one surgical team. So even though I have 2 surgeries and could technically get these 2 in at the same time, I actually only have one surgical team working in this hospital at this time. Because money. So we've got a full surgical team day and night in the hospital, which is great, but it is expensive to do. So I certainly don't want to spend the budget just yet on getting a second surgical team. And I'm confident that within 13 minutes we can get Carol in and that we can get Richard in before he dies. So that's my thinking. Jessica has completed her surgery. which is absolutely fantastic. When they come out of surgery, I like to check if there's any new flashing unknown symptoms, because this can often be that they've gained an infection during surgery, which I think happens more if the surgery is dirty, you know, hasn't been cleaned up since the last surgery and stuff like that. Increases the chance of infection. Of course it would, dirty floors and whatnot. I think possibly there's other risks as well. So if staff aren't trained as well, they can cause new cuts and bleeds. And then you get new flashing symptoms post-surgeries, and you want to try and find those and deal with them as quickly as possible, because they could die from that, and then you can get malpractice issues. So it's good to check. And I tend to, if I get one, it tends to be infection. So a physical examination is all that is required, just doing another one of those to discover the infection, and then they can just give them some meds to get it dealt with. So it's nice and easy to catch and deal with, as long as you are watching for it, really. So Carol Miller is waiting for the surgical team. She's not really. What she's waiting for is for a stretcher nurse to come and collect Jessica from the surgical room and be transported back to her room, and then Carol Miller can be sent in, who I believe is the last patient. She is. We see all green ticks down here. It's just Carol Miller. So the second, there it is, that Jessica leaves, there she is. Second she's on a stretcher, it registers that Carol can have her treatment, transported to treatment, which is enough to say she's had her treatment, and you complete the event. And look at this, right? You're able to complete the event in time. You gained prestige boost for this day and a money reward. So we got 10,000 doubloons for that. And I have found this to be extremely helpful with hospitals that are struggling financially. You know, triggering these events is really, really great. But also, there are now new events that happen randomly, and they are absolutely great, I found. Particularly ones that, because a celebrity was in your hospital, you're getting a lot more patients coming into your hospital, which again can help boost money coming in and stuff. So it makes the hospitals a bit more profitable now, which makes it just a little bit easier to build up and make a profitable hospital and be able to expand it and stuff. You know, they are some really, really nice changes like that. So there we are. I think that's it for today's episode. We've covered 2 major events. Peter Walker. Is this the guy that we sent? This is the guy that we sent to the ICU. Oh my god, did you see him run through the bed then? Did they not do the heart? It doesn't look like they did. Yeah. Oh no, he had an ECG. Well, he can now. No, he's had his surgery. Okay. Hold on a minute. It is a tachycardia. Can we put him on heart monitoring equipment, please? There he goes. They've put him on the heart medicine. Also, just to sign all of that. They'll discover it any moment now that he has a tachycardia. And then we can give him the meds and stabilise him. Yeah, so I think in the next episode we will absolutely build some of the new... I think we're going to tackle the cafeteria in the next episode, and have a look at all the lovely tasty new things that have been added in terms of items for the cafeteria. Oh, no, okay, I thought maybe we didn't discover the tachycardia. We didn't discover it. Physical examination? We can't listen to his chest. But he has a tachycardia. We are literally going to have to wait for this man to have a heart attack before they're going to discover that there's something wrong with his heart. That is mental. Well, that's insane. Don't talk to him about food. Just listen to his heart. Anything. He has a tachycardia, I'm telling you. I wish I could prescribe the drugs without having to discover the symptoms. That would be a really nice feature. Oh, it was something actually different. Well, so and this is what I mean, right? Because if I then take the risk and assign them the wrong drugs, and then he dies, it gives the pathology department, I don't know, more depth in that respect. I like the idea of being able to assign drugs for symptoms that we've not found, and on my head be it. And that probably would have been the wrong thing to do for this guy, because I thought that he must have had a tachycardia, but he did not, which I suppose would have been indicated by the fact that the heart monitor found nothing. But I was like, I don't believe that. Yeah, but there we are. So he did have something else. Look at that. And we have now got the resolution for him right there, and the physical did find it. So I'm pleased I did that physical. Pleased I did it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.